I'm Anita, and I'm in Georgia.
And I'm Steven in Hong Kong. But as usual, we're virtually somewhere else this week. And this week, we're actually somewhere less well known than some of our previous destinations.
That's absolutely right, Stephen. We're in Sitges in Spain. And you might have heard of Barcelona. I think everyone has heard of Barcelona. And some people have probably traveled there, but maybe not Sitges. Well, our show is all about insider tips, and we're going to learn that today about a fabulous destination that you may not know about. So fabulous, Stephen, that you actually purchased an apartment there a couple of years ago. So, Stephen, why don't you start off the show by telling us a little bit about why you love Sitges so much that you actually bought an apartment there?
Well, I fell in love with Sitges the first time I visited the town. It was a friend's birthday party, so I probably wouldn't have gone to Sitges if he wasn't having his party there. And I just loved it's a town, but it's got such a heart. Beautiful beaches, as we'll be talking about and showing you later.
Yeah.
Lots of amazing little shops, boutiques, fabulous restaurants, but also you can get the best fresh produce as well if you're cooking yourself. And not only do you have all of that, but the amazing happiness. You cannot walk down a street in Sitges and not be happy because everyone there is laughing, talking, and it's just so infectious. And then only 30 minutes on the train, you can be in Barcelona, which you mentioned before. So 30 minutes and you're in what I think is one of Europe's most beautiful cities. So it ticks all the boxes. And somebody else who knows a lot about Sitges is my very good friend and owner of Think Sitges, Johanna Clement. Welcome, Johanna.
Hi guys.
Hi, welcome.
And actually, Johanna is sitting in my apartment, but we'll talk more about that a bit later. So, but Johanna, why don't you kick us off by telling us more about Think Sitges?
So we bought a company here 5 years ago, having wanted to make a big change from the rat race in London. And we found a company that was for sale that managed, I think, about 25 apartments here in Sitges for owners. We felt there was a real opportunity to do something different because the company was very old, very outdated. The website was just dreadful. And I have a creative marketing background, so it felt like there was a lot of opportunities to just move and go and do something different. So we bought the company, we updated the website, we made it look sexy and gorgeous. We got rid of a lot of not so great properties and tried to really focus on the beautiful properties like yours that are available here in Sitges. So me and my husband started the company. We didn't really speak Spanish. I think I had some what I thought was restaurant Spanish. I started going to school every day, and 5 years later I'm pretty fluent, and 5 years later we've built up a really great business with about 40 apartments here in the centre of Sitges.
So Johanna, you arrived in Spain to run a business not speaking Spanish.
Yeah, I think
that's very brave.
I think if I look back on it now, I was kind of insane. But having worked in sort of big corporate companies like the BBC for a long time in London, we just felt it was time for a change. And as I say, you live here, you work here. We started to learn Spanish. I mean, the big thing actually in Sitges and the Barcelona region is it's Catalonia, and the main language spoken really is Catalan. But I think step by step, Spanish is very widely spoken, obviously, over the whole country. So we started there. And yeah, I think we were probably pretty mad, but you have a business, you have to communicate, you have cleaners to pay, you have builders to work with, you have clients, you have service providers. You know, if you want to get a washing machine delivered, you have to be able to speak the language. So we embraced it and we did it, and it's been fantastic, and it's great for the grey cells.
That's very brave of you, and well done on becoming fluent in Spanish. I guess that's the best way to learn. Throw yourself in at the deep end.
I think so, but it's great, and the people here are so friendly and so lovely. And even if you make mistakes, they understand and they're very gracious and they're very happy to go with you on the kind of language journey, if you like. So it's good. I mean, communication is the main thing. We all make mistakes, as anybody does in a foreign language, but the point is that you try. It's really important that you try.
So you have this amazing portfolio of 40 to 50 apartments. And I think you use Airbnb as one of your platforms, but you also sell to the public through other platforms?
We do. I mean, I think the travel industry has massively changed in the 5 years that we took over the business. And maybe 5 years ago, Airbnb were around, and so we have all of our properties on there. But depending really globally where you are, in America, I think people tend to use platforms like HomeAway. Booking.com obviously is the biggest one. So for us, it's really important to get the message about Sitges and the properties that we have available out to the biggest audience that is possible. So we use all of those platforms as well as our own website. But I think these days people tend to focus less on the smaller websites like ours, and there's a lot of trust involved with Booking.com and Airbnb. Our big challenge is, once we've got the guests and they want to return, is asking them to book directly with us because it's cheaper.
Yeah. Yes, better for both parties involved, I think, to get that direct.
But you have to recognise that, you know, the world has changed, and that's how the audience works these days. So you have to keep on top of that.
Now, Airbnb type holidays have absolutely exploded over the last few years, or maybe it's just the Airbnb brand that everybody knows, and that's exploded. But what sort of holiday maker or family is attracted to kind of the Airbnb type holiday?
Well, I'm sure it's different in lots of different regions. I mean, our experiences of Sitges, and as you said before, there's a great hub here. There's 4 kilometres of beaches. There's a big gay community here. Sitges has always been, since the turn of the century, a very creative area for people to come. It's always interested lots of artists and sculptors, poets. So it's a real broad community here. So we have the gay community, we have Gay Pride every year, we have Carnival in February every year. But at the same time, we have lots of families. We have a film festival in October. We have 2 massive fireworks festivals in July to mark the beginning of summer, and also in September to mark the end of summer. Always summer here, though. So there's just something going on all year. So we have a really broad church of people that come, which is absolutely wonderful.
Absolutely. Absolutely another one of the things I love about Sitges. Now, what tips do you have for potential holiday makers when they're picking accommodation, either through Airbnb or another platform? What tips would you give?
Well, I suppose it depends on what you want, really. Sitges is a small town. Parking is very difficult because it's a town where you walk everywhere. We don't have lots of cars on the streets. So if you've got a family and if you want to drive from the airport, then maybe you want to take a villa a little bit further out in the hills. If you want to be right in the center of the action, then you probably want to look for somewhere in the town. So I would say it's really important to look on the maps of where apartments are. You know, if you want to be somewhere a bit quieter, then perhaps you don't want to be in the heart of the town because we have a lot of restaurants and bars. But that's the great thing about this place, is there are so many options. And even though we're a small town, we have really beautiful, quiet streets, and there's always something for everybody. Do your research. That's what I say. Just do your research. Agencies probably and owners of Airbnb apartments will always be really happy. A lot of people provide travel guides, as we do in the apartments, setting out you know, what's available and where you can go. And at the time of booking a holiday, just ask questions, make sure it's the right place for you.
Absolutely. If someone's flying in, do they fly into Barcelona or can they fly right into Sitges?
No, you have to fly into Barcelona, which is about 30 kilometers away from here. It takes 30 minutes in a taxi at the most to get to Sitges. There's also a train. There's also a really great bus service. You can also fly into Girona, which is about an hour and 20 minutes away, or you can fly into Tarragona. So we're really well situated for any destination in terms of airports.
Well, Steven certainly shared with us what makes it so special. He actually purchased an apartment there, but what made you guys decide to actually come and start a business there? I mean, what makes it so great for you personally, Johanna?
Well, I've always come to Spain, more to the Balearic Islands, Minorca, which is where my family had a home. So I've kind of grown up in a very Spanish environment, which I've always loved. And when we made a decision to take a break from London, Sitges was a place that we came to for a friend's birthday, a bit like Stephen. And we rented a big villa here. And when we came back when we made the decision to buy a business and do something else, we didn't know what that was. We used Sitges as a base because, as I said before about the airports, it's really easy to get to Barcelona, to Girona, to Tarragona. And so it was a really good base for us to use. And one day we were sat in one of our favorite restaurants looking at the beach, right next to the church, actually, where you guys are. And we kind of had that light bulb moment, like, why do we keep staying here? Why aren't we looking for a business here? And then my husband, who worked in banking in M&A, it was, I suppose, his job in another life to find businesses that were for sale. And he came across a business that was for sale, and we thought, okay, let's just do it now or never. And we made the jump because of all the reasons that Stephen said. It's great. There's a family atmosphere, 4 kilometers of beaches. You live outside for 8 or 9 months of the year. I mean, we're now into, you know, the late part of the year, and it's 23 degrees and I'm in a t-shirt and there's people surfing at the beach, and it's just incredible to be able to enjoy this sort of lifestyle. We've made loads of great friends here. There's a lot of expats here, very international community, lots of Danish people, Dutch people, Belgian people. I mean, we have everybody here, and it just makes it a really great hub of international creative people with loads of ideas, and it's just really wonderful.
Well, it sounds like coming to a birthday is the key to
Yeah.
purchasing a place. So the next person who has a birthday and they're there, please invite me so I can come and make it a residence as well. But, you know, John, I'm excuse me, I'm sorry. Tell me a little bit more about the carnivals and the festivals that are held there, because I know there are a lot of them.
Oh, there are. So basically, we have a calendar of events that starts really in January. So Christmas is a little bit different in Spain. They celebrate on the 24th, but really they celebrate the King's Day, which is on the 6th of January. And whether it's in Sitges or Barcelona, there are huge parades up and down the beach, up and down the seafront, where the Three Kings parade, and it's kind of a mini carnival in itself. So it starts pretty early in the year in January. By February, you move into Carnival, and the Sitges Carnival goes on over 5 days. It's absolutely amazing. Street parades, events going on, etc. Everybody gets involved, the whole community, from the children at school to the grandmas doing the floats and everything that happens. And then we move sort of towards Easter. And then here we have a really amazing festival called Corpus Christi, where they cover all of the streets in Sitges in flowers. And the children and the families and the schools will work overnight to cover, you know, 200-300 meters of a street in individual flower petals, all in the shapes of dragons, flags, lollipops. I mean, it's incredibly creative. It's absolutely wonderful and a real joy to see. And then we have Gay Pride, which is another huge event here in Sitges in June. We have Festa Mayor, which is a huge fireworks festival where people run through the streets with fireworks, and it's insane, but it's absolutely the heart and the DNA of Sitges. Things tend to get a little bit quieter in August because I think everybody's at the beach. And then by September, we have the big closing festival, which again is more fireworks over the church, which is absolutely spectacular. You move into September and we have the film festival. We have Bears Week for 2 weeks, which is incredible. The film festival is always the horror genre, and it's attracted huge stars like Susan Sarandon and Guillermo del Toro every year, who will come and open it. You can go and see all the films. We have the wine tasting festival where you can tread the grapes down at the beach. I can see that's appealing to you. So, you know, we just have something going on every year, every month rather, that makes it a real destination.
Yes, and again, another of the things I love about Sitges. Whenever I'm there, there seems to be a big festival. But Johanna, could you just clarify for the viewers what Bears Week is? Because there could be a bit of confusion around that.
So, the bears are I suppose, the bigger gay guys in the world. They tend to be some of our best customers. They are gentle giants, loyal, friendly, and Sitges, as I've mentioned before, is very open-minded, very broad-minded, and it is a place where this particular genre group of people can come together, enjoy Sitges, enjoy their own special events, and it happens in September for 2 weeks every year. The town is completely taken over. It's absolutely amazing. They're absolutely lovely, lovely, delightful guests to have. So yeah, there you go. I didn't know what it was either until I got here, but every day's a learning day.
Yeah, we're just so any animal lovers out there don't get confused. I thought that was important. But this is the thing, there's so much diversity in Sitges and everyone gets on.
Yeah.
There's no difficulty, no friction, everyone gets along.
Great.
Yeah. And I've got a funny story about the first time I came to the horror film festival. So landed in Barcelona, went straight to my apartment, changed to go out for dinner, and I went out on the streets. Zombies on the streets. You know, at first glance, they look real. I mean, they're walking like zombies. And then a coffin wheeled past me. I'm thinking there's something not right here. And it was only when I got to the restaurant, they explained to me it was the horror film festival. And what's that called? Night of the Zombies?
Yeah, they do a zombie walk through the town on the Saturday night. And it's amazing. Actually, last year, at about 10 o'clock at night, you have the zombies walking through very, very, very slowly. Then all of a sudden, the Michael Jackson Thriller music kicks on, and there was this huge flash mob all the way through the centre of the village. It was absolutely fantastic.
Well, you can't have zombies without having the Thriller. Flash mob, absolutely. Sounds like so much fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's been a great choice to move here.
And what would you remember about Sitges from your trip, Annita? Were there any highlights or?
Well, of course, I was there for your wedding, so there was a lot of focus, of course, on that. But I just remember how neat it was just to walk as well. I mean, my niece and I were there together. We did a lot of walking. We did some shopping, walking over to some of the restaurants, and just walking through town. And like you said, everyone was so friendly. And although we didn't speak Spanish, I mean, my niece speaks a little bit, and I speak a teeny amount. It was just so easy to do everything. And just going down by the beach and by the church that's, in our background, it was just really nice just to be there. And it felt like a real break, a real getaway.
Yeah. And well, talking about my wedding, I wasn't angling for a compliment on my wedding, but I do think it was a pretty awesome one. And actually part of the thanks for that goes to Johanna, who, amongst her many other talents, was my wedding organizer.
I was very happy to do it, my darling.
So if any viewers out there want to get married in Sitges or the kind of area, don't hesitate to contact Johanna. I know she'll do a fabulous job for you as well. Now, the next question I've got for you, Johanna, is going to be very difficult to answer, which is when is the best times to visit Sitges? Bearing in mind there's something really going on all year, isn't there?
Yeah, I think it depends what you're looking for. I mean, if gay pride's your thing, then June is a fantastic time to come. If you're looking for, hot beach holiday with the family, July and August is a great time to come. If you want to come to the film festival, which goes on for 10 days, then October is the time to come. Really, there's always a good time to come here. It depends on your agenda. If you're interested, for example, in coming to Sitges and spending a few days in Barcelona, it does get very hot and very humid here in the summer. So maybe the better time to do that is in April or May or later on in the year, like now. So I think it depends on your agenda, but yeah, I couldn't say this is the definitive time to come. That's the beauty of this place, is there is something for everybody all year round.
Yeah, and even during the winter, the climate's very favourable compared to the north of Europe, so a great destination when it's quieter there. Some lovely days in January. I've been in the sea in January, actually. It was such a couple of years ago. Now, I'd like you just to describe my apartment, Johanna. I don't want to do it.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to be able to put a video in here later, but Steven was really lucky to find a completely dilapidated apartment, which has been incredibly restored, where there was a false ceiling. So it now feels like a loft. It feels like a loft apartment with 2 incredible 4-meter high windows that look out onto a private courtyard with lemons. There's a beautiful sitting room, a super modern kitchen, 2 other bedrooms, and a raised ceiling area with another bedroom inside, 2 bathrooms in the centre of town, but at the back of the building. So it's beautiful and calm and quiet and renovated to the highest standards. So for me, it's the dream apartment in Sitges. That's why it rents so well. You've got to get in early.
Yeah, and well, thanks to my friend Gerardo, who did some of the renovations, and thanks to you, Johanna, who've been managing it fabulously and looking after it and presenting it so well. Very grateful to you for that.
Well, it's always a joy, and it's always easy when you have a lovely client, friend, and also when you are dealing with prime real estate and it's a beautiful place. It always makes you happy to open the door and show the guests inside, and there's always the wow factor. That makes your job worthwhile.
And I can say that's where I stayed when I came for your wedding, Steven. And it is very comfortable, great location, and those windows, I mean, absolutely fabulous. You just want to just sit outside there and just enjoy just the atmosphere. It's just
By the lemon trees in the courtyard, and very sunny courtyard actually, which actually makes my apartment also a very nice place to visit in the winter with the big windows. Once you get the winter sun coming in, I don't think I've ever been in my apartment and had to put the heating on in the winter because it just warms itself.
I'm sitting here now at the end of the year. I've got the windows open. There is no heating on, and it could be a day in June.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, less about my apartment because it's coming up the time of the show when we do the fact check. And every time we do the fact check, depending on what it's about, we give Annita a prize for every fact that she gets right. We're going to check in with Johanna and she can say whether the facts are right or not, or she's unsure. We'll still give you the prize, Annita. How about that? So for everyone you get right, you are going to get a bottle of Spanish cava. How does that sound?
That sounds wonderful. And I like that even if I don't get the fact correct, I still get the bottle. So that's good. And Stephen,
Well, if
don't forget that you're collecting all of these things to bring to me.
if Johanna absolutely says the fact is wrong, you won't get the bottle of cava.
No. For trying, with this, I should at least get a bottle for trying.
Half a bottle for trying. But there are some fabulous cavas in Spain. I know you like champagne, Anita. I know you love a good Spanish cava as well. So I'm sure you're going to be hoping to get the full score. And I think you've got 5 facts for us, Anita. Do you want to kick off?
Yeah, so Johanna, this is our time to kind of do some fact checking. And hopefully I've done a pretty good job here. So I'll start off with this one. Did you know that the first beach bar in Spain opened in Sitges?
I didn't know that. I should.
Bottle of cava then.
So I get a bottle for that one?
Yes. If Johanna is not sure, it's only if she's absolutely certain you're wrong. But I'm pretty sure you're right on this one, and I think I even know the name of the bar, the Chiringuito.
I was definitely the first one in Sitges, for sure.
Oh, well, we'll say then that is true, because it opened its doors in 1913, so it's been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And beach bars certainly are a lot of fun.
They are.
Oh yes, can vouch for that. So that's 1 point, 1 bottle.
Yay! I'm not quite on a roll yet, but almost. I'm getting there. Also, you know that whales visit the coast, so people can come for whale watching.
I never heard of that.
No. Oh, Stephen, have you seen them?
I haven't seen them, but I do know. I think a couple of years ago, I read that there were 300 whale sightings at Garraf, Johanna.
Wow.
So, you sometimes sit in the Soho beach house there, but you've never seen any whales.
I've seen whales, not in the sea. Perhaps.
No, you're going to say that.
Maybe on the beach. So 2017 is when those 300 sightings there. So we know they can come through. So even if it's not a traditional route, maybe we'll say, for the whales, you may get lucky.
Yeah.
So 2 bottles of cava for Anita and no bottles at the moment for Johanna.
I will share. How about that? Okay, so I will say I'm on a roll now then. Did you know that Sitges is the town with the most marinas? Steven.
We have 1 marina.
3 actually, I think.
Because I was going to say, at your wedding, I know we had dinner one night.
Yes.
On the beach. I think there was a marina right by there, wasn't there?
Well, there's a couple of sailing clubs and 1 marina. But maybe the sailing clubs could be slightly marine based.
Good. Well, we'll give that bottle to Johanna.
Yes. You can have that bottle, Johanna.
Got to win something.
I know. See how gracious I am?
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one. Did you know that Sitges has the best urban beach in Europe?
Well, I'd like to agree with that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We can claim that one.
Yeah, apparently it's voted by the New York Times.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic.
Yeah. This is something for your publicity, Johanna.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Apparently they praised the coast of Sitges and compared it with Saint-Tropez, Capri, and the island of Hvar. Never heard of the island of Hvar.
I haven't heard. But you know, the New York Times does a really good job every year of choosing great destinations. So if you make that New York Times list, that's really something to, as Steven said,
Something to aim for, definitely.
Yeah.
I think Johanna is going to know the next one, actually. This is something that makes me think she is going to know the next fact that you have, Anita.
Okay, but the last bottle, which column does it go in, Anita or Johanna?
That's
I think it is as well.
You.
I'm a little greedy when it comes to the champagne. Did you know that Bacardi rum was founded by a family from Sitges? I didn't know this one. So
I certainly did.
yes.
I knew you were going to know that one.
Yeah, well, we have the Bacardi Museum here, and then the very famous Bacardi logo hands are right down here on the beach. So yeah, that's a great fact. That's a great fact.
Yeah, so the Bacardis was born in Sitges in 1814, but left for Cuba in 1830 with his family. And Facundo, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Bacardi was the person's name who left and went to Cuba and started it there. So Bacardi rum, one
Yeah.
of my, by the way.
Yes, very well known here in Sitges. And you can go to the museum here and do a tour, and at the end you get to go to the bar and make your own Bacardi cocktail.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, because Bacardi was founded in 1862.
Well done.
Going to. I can't believe I've been going to Sitges for 5 years and never been to the Bacardi Rum Museum.
Okay, next time you're here, darling, we'll go.
It's a date.
Well, definitely check out the museum. And I say, just, sneak in a bottle of Bacardi for me for that one.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Upgrade on that one to Bacardi. So that's 4 bottles of Cava and a bottle of Bacardi to both Annita and Johanna for being such a fabulous guest. But please don't go away, Johanna, because we're going to do the travel news and then the Aruba prize draw. So a bit later, one of our lucky viewers is going to be winning an amazing 3-night stay at the beautiful Brickell Bay Resort. Yep. But I've got some travel news now. Have either of you seen the Borat subsequent movie film?
I've seen some of the clips of it, including the one with Rudy Giuliani.
Really? Rudy Giuliani's in it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. There's a fact check. I lose something because I didn't know that. But anyway, I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the new one, which is Borat's subsequent movie film. But if you have seen either of them, you'll probably know they're set in Kazakhstan. Now, I don't know much about Kazakhstan, so maybe we should do a show on it. Because when the first movie was released in 2006, Kazakhstan was not very happy. Didn't really show Kazakhstan in a good light. But for the new 2020 movie, they're completely embracing it. I think going for the all publicity is good publicity approach.
Yeah.
They're using Borat's catchphrase, which is Kazakhstan, very nice. So a new tourism campaign will be showing travelers across Kazakhstan agreeing that the country's food, landscapes, and people are very nice.
Well, I have seen the movie, so you definitely have to like a little bit of satire. Well, I would say quite a bit of satire.
Yes, but very funny.
It definitely has some funny moments there.
So, Anita, is it time for the prize draw?
It is. And, this contest, we had it going on for a while and everything goes on November 15th. And I know you have the names there, so you're going to actually do the drawing there. But we're really excited about this because I have the certificate here. Let me show everyone. Is it showing right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So here's the certificate. It's right here. And whoever the winner is, I'll write their name on it and we'll get it in the mail to them, along with a brochure and a packet of information that lets them know a bit about the Brickell Bay. But hey, I can tell you, having been to Aruba and been to the Brickell Bay, it's perfectly situated for you to do lots of things while you're in Aruba. Beautiful beach area that it sits on, and just some really cool pool area as well. I mean, I was a little jealous with some of my friends that were staying there that I didn't have that pool area. So it's really nice there. But yeah, you can definitely have a great time. So whoever the winner is very lucky. And I think on the last show, Steven, we said that we may tag along. We may jump in the suitcase and go with them.
Absolutely. Maybe come and do a show live from Aruba.
Live from Aruba, yes, we could definitely do that and just go around and see all the things because there's so much to do there. So check out our YouTube videos. We have 2 on Aruba. So definitely check both of those out because you can also, even if you don't win, you can also plan a trip, really great. And then for the winner, they definitely need to check out the video and write some notes of things to do.
Yeah. Well, whoever the lucky winner is, hopefully we'll get to speak to them on the next show. We'll give that a try and then maybe get to speak to them when they're on their holiday and when they're back. Keep them busy So Johanna, have you been to Aruba?
I haven't, but it sounds like an amazing destination. It's in the Caribbean, yeah?
Yes,
Yes.
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 Sounds,
And one of the
sounds like my cup of tea. I'd love to go.
Yeah, and that's an all year round destination because it's out of the way of the hurricanes apparently. So a really popular destination year round.
Yeah, and it has the beautiful breezes that come across the island because of where it's situated. And you can just eat great food there. They have a really great culinary, um, trending restaurants and great chefs and everything there. So it's a great culinary destination as well. Not only just the beach, but definitely some great eating as well. And hiking,
Well,
junkies, and all kinds of stuff. They have um, a national park there as well. You can check out.
well, now we've got everyone excited. Let's see who the lucky winner is. So Johanna, I'm going to swish round where we've got all the names on pieces of paper. And then when you say stop, I'm going to pull out the name.
Okay. Stop.
I've got one.
Drum roll.
The winner is Damien Flower. Well done, Damien. Congratulations.
Yeah.
For your trip. We'll
We
try and
want to
on the
Damien.
next show.
Congratulations.
Well, to remind everyone, please like our show. Make sure you subscribe so you get all the updates on our future shows as well. And want to end by thanking Johanna, who's been a fabulous guest and really sold Sitges to everyone. I was sold already, but I'm sure anyone who's seen that will be raring to go. And don't forget, what's your website name, Johanna?
Our company's called Think Sitges. So www.thinksitges.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Easy to remember, or just Google Think Sitges and I'm sure you'll come up.
Yeah. Very easy name to remember. Perfect name. Thank you so much, Johanna.
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun and great to see you guys again.
Great to see you too. And thank you everyone for watching. And as Steven just said, please make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button as well as hit a like button there too. That thumbs up, that means like. And that's what we love too. We like those. So thanks everyone.
Any comments, or if you want to send us a message, we'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. And all of our contact information is following as the video goes off. So thank you guys for watching.
See you on the next show.
Bye.
Here we are walking into Steven's beautiful apartment with its incredible restored ceilings. A master bedroom. And then we walk into this incredible sitting room with these amazing windows. Sun shining through on a beautiful day. Stunning open plan kitchen, bathroom, terrace. This beautiful courtyard of lemon trees. A beautiful galleried bedroom here off the sitting room. Another bedroom at the back. Absolutely stunning. What a place to come and spend your holidays.